I was on Twitter and I seen these clips where they got into it behind this scene. So baby, let me finish this, and baby, we gonna break that down because that is a lot.
Yes, I'm Jay. Most of the things I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you chase.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hojo Show with your boy Howard, and we back with another video. I said we back with another video. Now, let me stop playing with y'all. Today, we about to get into episode 3 of the Braxtons. Family Matters is the title for this episode. If you're new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family, and make sure you have your notifications turned on so you can get notified whenever I drop some dope stuff like this. And without further ado, let's get the ball rolling. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Alright, so we here at the Braxtons. Episode 3 starts off with Towanda, Miss E, and Trina sitting down to have lunch together. So while they're sitting and having lunch and just talking or whatever, Towanda gets a phone call, and it's from Kevin. As we know, he was in jail. And we found out that the reason why he was in jail was because of a failure to appear in court. And I guess that he's been going through some stuff with his soon-to-be ex-wife with the divorce process, and I guess they having some run-ins. But I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to say this just so we are clear on something before I continue. Because I see some people feel like I just don't like Tamar, and I just made the video about her and stuff. I'm not like that. It's not that I don't like Tamar. I do not like Tamar ways. And whether it's Tamar or any of the other cast members, I'm going to call it if I see it and it looks crazy. And so in this episode, the beginning of this episode, that phone call being made to Towanda from the Kevin from jail, it just gave me a bad taste in my mouth with Towanda. And really, I'm trying not to, but it's really just making me look at them, this family, just differently. I'm telling you, it just really is, because it's coming out to me that not only is Tracy being used as y'all storyline, but it's like her son is too. And I just don't understand for the life of me with Towanda how, like, you set on Yalla that episode stating how y'all had this agreement and Tracy recorded and, you know, continue taping after y'all had this agreement and stuff. It was just so much of a big deal that it's just crazy to me now that this is y'all storyline. Like, that is crazy to me. And it's almost like, as I'm looking at Towanda, I'm like, is this going to be based around your entire storyline, Towanda? I thought that the alopecia thing would be something that you was going to lean more into, but I'm kind of getting a feeling that your stuff is going to really be based around little Kevin. That is odd to me, because I could see if y'all had this close-knit relationship all the time when Tracy was living, but it's just weird to me, and I'm just being honest. It's weird, okay? It's real weird. Towanda, it's real weird to me. But anyway, like I said, he found out he have a failure to appear in court. That's why he's been in jail. And then, you know, like, they were speaking with Trina about how she felt about the therapy session, and she was basically saying that she feel like she needs to take therapy a little more, you know, frequently after that session. And, you know, I feel like that grief therapy probably would be best for her, seeing as that she's the sister that was right there when Tracy took her last breath. Because I don't even know how one could even witness something like that and still be sane when it's a close loved one like that. So I can kind of agree to that. And then they start talking about to Miss E, and she started expressing to them about how she doesn't understand how girls heard Tracy when Tracy clearly said to them before she passed that she wanted them not to be arguing and she wanted all of them to stay close and get along. She even said that she would hunt them. That was last episode. She said that Tracy said that she would hunt them if she see that they not arguing, they keep fighting and stuff and not getting along. And so Mama E disappointed is basically saying she's disappointed because they gave Tracy their words, but all it's looking like this happening is they're wearing the necklace with Tracy on them, but they're not living up to what they agreed on. And I just feel like it's so much chaos within the family, within the group of sisters, that it's just like hard to even believe that they even agreed to Tracy that would be possible, when a lot of times a lot of their arguments are based around them basically talking about how they still never got to the root. It's always they never got to the root. They argue, had an episode and blow out, and then they move on like nothing happened, which a lot of black families do that. My family included. I'm not innocent. My family does the same thing, and I hate it. So I can kind of understand that, but I just don't understand why they made that agreement with Tracy, knowing that they really don't live up to that or not willing to. You know what I'm saying? And Miss E stated that he sees something completely different, you know, within the sisters that she'd never seen before the girls started filming. Yes, I can understand that. I mean, I can definitely believe that, but we're going to be honest here. We're not going to sit here and keep acting like we don't know what this is. Like, I can be honest enough to say, like, it's obvious. Girl, y'all started filming Braxton Family Values. Braxton Family Values catapulted some of the girls' careers higher than others, right? Toni, the living legend, Braxton, was already well established in who she is. Tamar wasn't. Braxton Family Values definitely played a part in catapulting Tamar's career, right? And I am honest enough to admit, even though Tamar is a little cuckoo and she has her issues, it's definitely not hard to also see that what played a big part in the demise of the relationship and the sisterhood within the girls is due to the fact that where the show took some of their careers, the ones that it did not, it of course made them start to feel away. So it's obvious. I mean, we just have to call a thing is all that I'm saying. Like, egos got involved. The show catapulted some of the girls' careers more than it did to others. And when you got egos involved, people start becoming jealousy, it's gonna cause division. That's what caused the division. Just being honest, that's what caused it. So I mean, it is what it is. The thing about it is y'all have to just try to learn how to work through and around the differences and be bigger than that. But I feel like it's just hard for y'all to just be, you know, bigger than that, because some of the girls are more stubborn than others. That's just what that is. Toni goes and have a sit down with her manager and her, I think he's like her production producer. And she basically was just, you know, getting prepared for the residency that she's doing with Cedric the Entertainer. And she basically was like sitting down and talk with them to brainstorm basically about how they can go about doing this production of the tour and everything to where she can still be healthy and her health not be compromised. And she can still like perform at her best self, and to the extent that Toni Braxton is used to delivering, but at the same time not compromising her health, because we know she has the port in her heart, and that the doctors had already told her that if she has a heart attack, then she won't survive it. So I mean, that's a very big concern. God knows we don't want that lady to leave this earth, especially with Diesel and Denim, and I know that affects her a lot, and it's something that plays in her head, because that's scary, especially when you're dealing with a mother that loves her boys. That's all she has. She's not in a relationship right now. She has her boys, so we know that without work, her whole job is still centered around her boys. So I mean, it's good that they're trying to come with a good plan to be able to make sure that she's good and everything looks well. I've seen a couple of clips before the season even started, and it looks like she's doing extremely well. Love Toni Braxton. I would love to see her in concert. That's definitely one person I would love to see in concert that I haven't got around to. So Tamar and Miss E going for a walk in the next scene, and they are sitting down talking about the cookbook that Miss E is doing, and I guess to go with the cooking show that her and Tamar is doing. I didn't know they had a cooking show. I don't know where I've been. I missed it. But it looks like that's going to be something that's going to like make both of them happy. That's good that Tamar feels like since Tracy is gone, it's like an absence for somebody being there with Miss E. I guess because Tracy was already like, I guess, closer to Miss E all the time. So Tamar is trying to be, I guess, with, you know, Miss E more often, because y'all know that Miss E is way older, and I know they want to have somebody there like that can always like be on standby, just be there with their mother more. And I also see that Tamar is talking about this book that she's writing, and I guess she's saying it's going to be like an autobiography / self-help book. At first I kind of was giving like the side eye, like what kind of book is this, because baby, you got more issues than law allowed. But I am happy to see that I can honestly say in that scene with Tamar, she stated that she feels like her life is always under construction, and she says that she came to realize in the process of writing this book that she is one of those people that will always need therapy. And being honest with you, I 1000% love that, because I just love people that can take accountability, you know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that Tamar seem like she may be finally recognizing that, and I just really hope that with her knowing and recognizing that, she's able to realize that if I'm somebody that needs to have therapy always and probably for the rest of my life, then I hope that she's able to recognize that means there is a problem there. That's a problem that she has, that she's not able to basically deal with on her own freely. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that she's able to recognize that within continuing to always go to therapy, and maybe that will help her in her relationship with her sisters. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to you for that, Tamar. I love that. I really, really, really do. And I really want to see you win in this situation, in this area, because that's a really good thing. And it's identifying the problem, which is you, and knowing that you're one of those people that's going to always need therapy. I love that. I do. I really, really do. Kudos to you for that. And in the next scene, it shows Toni. She's in rehearsal. And I just have to say, looking at Toni in rehearsal, it's a reason why Toni was the one that God chose to be who she is, because Toni is just a hard-working woman. And to be in her 50s and her body to just look so amazing like that, and to just see that even in her 50s, the way she put effort into her work and like her work ethic, Toni has always been made for this. I will always love Toni Living Legend Braxton, baby. I will. She's just always gonna be that girl with me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Toni will always be that girl with me. She just is. Love her down. I just went up for seeing her like that rehearsing and stuff. I just love Toni. Toni goes outside. I guess Towanda calls Toni. They're on the phone. And I guess the thing with me is, while they're on the conversation, the first thing I was saying to myself before they got deep into the conversation is, I hope that Towanda ain't fit to start going talking about Lil Kevin, because it's just given that this boy is gonna be your storyline, and that's sad to me. And I'd be beep if Towanda didn't go in to Toni talking about how Lil Kevin is out of jail and he hadn't called her. She's been calling his phone. He hasn't been answering. To be honest, I was sure thinking to myself, girl, he might not be answering that phone, because he knows, like, girl, you ain't been calling me like this. You ain't been can, but I could be wrong, but that's what I was thinking at first. And so all of that was just like bothering me, because I'm like, girl, why is this supposed to be your story, girl? Like, what is going on, Towanda? Like, this is so phony to me. It just is, y'all. It's phony. And then when she started asking Toni about the therapy session or whatever, Toni was just like that. It was just too heavy for her. She didn't even want to talk about it, which I get it. I get it, because just as a viewer, I was watching it and like, oh Jesus, no, it was just too much. It was too much. So in the next scene, we go into Trina going to have another session with the therapist because, like I said, she agreed that she needed to have grief counseling more, and so I see she's going to get that, which is good. What was odd to me was hearing her say that she didn't like to close her eyes because when she closed her eyes, she sees Tracy when she was ill. But what was even more bothering and kind of alarming was hearing Tracy state that when she was grieving when Gabe died, and for those of y'all that may not know, Gabe was her first husband. She was with for like 14 or 15 years, and he was like the father figure in her two sons. Like, Trina loved Gabe. Any of y'all, like the real viewers from Braxtons Vegas, y'all know how much Trina loved Gabe, no matter what. And Tamar used to say about Gabe, like, Trina loved that man so much that she left him, divorced him, and then got remarried to him. Like, she loves Gabe. But it's crazy to me hearing that she said that when she was grieving Gabe when he passed, she said that she felt like she was being punished for grieving by Vaughn. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. When it comes to that man, Vaughn, his energy is always just real stern and like he's like real quick and sharp with Trina. I just noticed that about him. I've been noticed that about him. That seemed kind of weird. It's like an aggressiveness that's kind of like stern with her. Like it's kind of weird to describe it. But I know I'm not the only one that have seen that about that man. So it's crazy hearing that. And then really thinking back to like little things that I seen him a while back. And it's like, this kind of seems like confirmation. But we're going to get into a little more about this towards the end of this video. Because, baby, as soon as I got off from watching the show, I was on Twitter and I seen these clips where they got into it behind this scene. So, baby, let me finish this. And, baby, we're going to break that down because that is a lot. So, in the next scene, Vaughn and Trina are packing up. I guess because they decided that because they haven't heard from Lil Kevin, her and Vaughn, Trina and Vaughn, and Towanda and Sean are gonna fly down there to see, I guess, check up on him and see what's going on. That's sweet, but again, I'm gonna call BS. But anyway, in this scene, again, like, I'm noticing that Vaughn is kind of being sharp with Trina about, I guess, like, he's saying that she deflects a lot, and I guess she's beating around the bush because she haven't expressed or talked about how the therapy session went. My thing is, I know you're her husband, but that's her and her sisters that are going to this grief counseling. You agreed that they needed it when she spoke to you about that. Okay. So I feel like you as her husband have to be patient with her and allow her the proper time to be able to process exactly what happened and how to deal with the results from that therapy session. You should be able to give her that time. But I just feel like, again, he's so stern and like sharp with her. Like, it's almost like you get madder because she is taking time with telling you how that went. It's also some controlling in now that I'm getting from him. Did y'all see that? That's what I'm getting. So that's a little weird to me, y'all. It's just, it's like these red flags when it comes to men with certain stuff that goes off in my head, like controlling. And it's like I'm kind of seeing there's some possibility of a little bit of narcissism in there as well. But, you know, all in all, they talked and she expressed exactly how she felt and what happened or whatever. I don't know. I just don't get a good vibe when it comes to Vaughn. I just don't see them lasting too much longer, being honest. I don't see them lasting nowhere near the amount of time that her and Gabe lasted. I don't see that at all. But even towards like the end of the scene, when she finished packing up her stuff in the suitcase, she was just to close the suitcase. And he told her, don't close it up because you going to come back and open it up and say you need something else out there. You need to put something else in there. So hold on, I'll close it for you. And she's like, okay, well, let me just close it for myself. What do y'all call it? It's almost like she's not really cussing him out like she wants to and saying, beep, beep, if you don't let me close it's almost, she's like, well, let me close it for myself. And he like, okay, go ahead and close it. And then he tells her, now come on here and help me pack my stuff. That's why it's important to really understand who you are laying with and getting in a relationship with. Because it's like he talking to her like he his child. She's not your child, she's your wife. It's like, okay, well, she said she wanted to close the luggage just for herself. Then it's like, okay, well, then let me try to control her and stuff with something else. All right, come on up here and help me with mine. Crazy. That man, red flags all over. He give me like Joe Jackson a little bit. He kind of give me Joe Jackson, except without the beating. You never know, he might be abused, but he definitely give me Joe Jackson energy. So then this next scene is Towanda, and she's calling Lil Kevin. She done called Lil Kevin 3 times, and his phone is going straight to voicemail. And while she's calling him, she's picking the kids up. She's talking about how much she loves her kids and being in their life and all of this stuff. But when she's telling them that they got to go out of town to check on Lil Kevin, they telling her that they want to go. And she's telling them no because they got to stay home. They got midterms and stuff. And her daughter said, midterms already passed. We already done with midterms. And she's like, really? Towanda, you're not looking good, baby. If you that involved in your kids' lives, How do you not know that midterms already came and went? One thing I can say that growing up, when me and my brother was like, before my mom had my sister, and even after she had my sister, and we were going to high school, and from elementary, middle school, and high school, one thing I can say about my mom and them, like, we didn't eat breakfast every morning. Absolutely no, that was not always something we did. But whenever we had toss tests, task weekend, because I think they changed it to like task tests once we got in high school. Whenever it was those days, my mama did not play. She believed in waking up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and making a huge breakfast. This was every single major test day of our years in school. This was every single year, every single major test day in school. Now, if it was like a regular test for a class or something like that, then that's different. But if it was like the toss test, like the big test in a week or whatever, oh, she's waking up. Like, that was something that I did love that my mother always would do. And it would actually help. Like, I don't care what nobody say. If I didn't really know that to be true, when people would say a healthy breakfast can play a major part in you having a more effective day, especially when you have a test or something, that my mama used to do, cooking all of them scrambled eggs and grits and pancakes and bacon and toast and biscuits and jelly, all of the, like, that used to make, I'm telling you, like, my test. And I wasn't somebody that was like very deep into caring about school. I'm just being honest, girl, I didn't care about school like that. I was one of the people that, my brother was like a straight A honor roll student. I was definitely the opposite. I was one of the people that, as long as I can go to school and kick it with my friends, and as long as I made a C or a D, then baby, I'm cool. If I made a B, if I made an A, that was really a blessing, baby, because I was going to talk and kiki and all that in school. But as long as I made a C and D, girl, I passed. Don't tell me nothing else. I passed. Okay, don't tell me nothing else. But anyway, I don't get how I don't get how Towanda is claiming that she loves her kids and to be in their life and stuff so much, but you didn't know that midterms already passed. That's crazy to me. And it kind of made me think about Andre. Andre is Towanda's ex-husband. For those of y'all don't know, that's Towanda's baby father as well. So he's the father of her 2 kids. It made me feel like what he was saying to Towanda a couple of seasons ago when they was divorcing and he was saying he wanted the kids, what he was saying wasn't a lie, because he said that you don't be around the kids as much. You always on the road and you always out of time with your sisters. So yeah, I won't consider the kids. And she was trying to make it seem like she gonna fight for her kids and stuff like that. But this made me think about them seasons a couple of years ago when they got the divorce stuff, what he was blasting her about. He ain't lying, because how you not knowing that your kids then already went through midterm? Like, that's crazy to me. But you so concerned with going out there to see little Kevin and making sure he all right because he not answering the phone. Crazy to me. I ain't stupid, Towanda. We see you, sister. We see you. We see you, Towanda. We see you. We see you. And so then the show kind of goes to an end with Towanda getting a emergency call and Sean is passing her the phone. He's telling her that it's her nephew, little Kevin. So apparently little Kevin stated that, I guess, like, when he got out of jail, he never got his phone back, so he needs a new phone. So that's why he hadn't been answering the phone, because he don't have his phone. And Towanda's asking, like, okay, so we need a new phone. She's like, okay, so we're gonna do this and this and this and this. Cause listen, all of that sounds good. It's beautiful. We love it, but I feel like, now, with you talking to him, there's no reason for y'all to fly down there. Why y'all flying down there? Nah. So I guess y'all still gonna jump on the plane and go down there, because he ain't answering the phone, because y'all want to make sure he okay. I mean, if y'all make sure he okay, make sure he okay from home, why y'all gotta fly down there? Y'all gotta fly down there because this is a part of your storyline, boo. It's obvious. And Towanda is like, I don't know, it just seems so phony to me. That's just what it seemed like. It's phony to me because, like, so all 4 of y'all don't need to fly down there. Why y'all need to fly down there? Now that you talk to him, why y'all need to take this big trip down there? Storyline. But okay, and as y'all can see, but y'all see, Tamar ain't the only one to get this energy, baby. If it ain't right and something don't smell good in the kitchen, I'm gonna call it. It ain't right, Towanda. Okay, now, so that's the end of the show. Now, let's get into this tea before I end this, okay? And I'm going to try to do it real quick because I know this video been kind of lengthy. So, I was looking on Twitter, on X, when I got done watching the show. And, baby, listen. So, apparently, they did a live when the show was over. I'm talking about Trina and Vaughn. So, when Trina and Vaughn got done with the show, they did a live. So, apparently, Vaughn felt the way about that scene where Trina stated that she felt like she was being punished for grieving for Gabe. And they talked about it, like, I guess after the show, and the way he just talked to Trina and, like, just really went in on her, it was almost like he just it was like not blasted her, like went all the way off, like, I'm not gonna say it like that, but he blasted her in his way where it's like, he's like, you asked me to do this, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, or I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell it like it is. And okay, you can do all of that, but he like, you asked me to do this. Like she like, yeah. And then he's like, I wasn't jealous of him. I just never seen somebody that was friends with their ex after they got a divorce. And he compared their relationship to when the mother of his 3 kids, after they got a divorce, they were still cool, but then eventually they was not close no more as the kids got older. And it's just, to me, that relationship ain't gonna last, Trina, baby. You might as well get prepared, because that man is something else. Looking at that man body language, the way he was just talking to you, his position was very just sharp and just aggressive. And it was almost like he was ready for the cameras to go off so he can really lay into you. That's what it looked like to me. But nobody else, I didn't even read the comments on it. I just like watched it and I screen recorded it, and like to really get in, and I jumped on here. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to like do another video where we dissect and break this down, because it's like 3 clips of it, and I think they like all like maybe like 2 or 3 minutes a piece. So I can do another video. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to. But it's not good. I'm telling y'all, for those of y'all that ain't seen it, it ain't good. And the way that this man is talking to Trina and handling her, that is not gonna last. And Trina, you need to know that you work more than that, baby. Even if like she's grieving and she's going through that with Gabe, it's not for you to understand. Even if he talking about we had been together for a year. People just don't stop caring about somebody and loving somebody just because y'all are in each other's lives now. Yana literally told Miss and they daddy that. She told Miss E and Michael that don't think y'all understand that just because y'all got a divorce and y'all are no longer together doesn't mean that y'all don't have to still love each other. Y'all can still love each other. And that's right. What he's saying, the way Vaughn is making it seem, is almost like she ain't got no right to still have love in her heart for him. You feeling like she still have feelings for him? No, not necessarily, but this is the man that was still there for her sons and played a father figure in their life. And yeah, Gabe wasn't right. He did cheat on Trina and wear her out. We do know that. But it's just hard to just say that she don't have a right to grieve. Like it's almost like, okay, you with me now. Oh, well, if he died, I'm gonna go and cry about it in the car somewhere. Don't come back in here with that. That's how it come. And it's easy to believe, even in these videos, it's easy to believe just what Trina said, that she was punished for grieving. It's easy to believe. I believe her 1,000%. I believe her 1,000%. It's easy to see that. And even on the last video, which is the 3rd one that I screen recorded, after he finished talking, he tells her, because she's quiet and she didn't respond, and he's like, you quiet, you're not saying that. It's like he's almost like she don't even know she got the approval to speak now, and she's quiet. Now you like getting smart with her. That is a man you need to prepare to leave, Trina. You need to be prepared. He is not right for you, baby. I'm sorry. That man is too aggressive. He's too sharp with you. Oh, that's not cute. It's not. And I'm gonna end it with this, and we're gonna be done. And now I can fully understand why. Like I told y'all, this is one instant that I agree with Tamar when he proposed to Trina when they was on that trip for Tamar and Tracy's birthday. Was it Tamar? I think it was. And he proposed to Trina. All of this is what makes sense to me now, because when he did that, I was saying to myself, that's foul. What man is going to take another sister's celebration and use that to make a moment for your girlfriend, soon to be fiance? You should have made a whole nother moment for Trina when you wanted to propose to her. You had no right to propose to her at a trip that was for y'all celebrating Tamar's birthday. You should have never done that. But all of this that's coming out now, it makes sense, because you're definitely one of those men that feel like you got to be in control and you don't care about the next person. It's obvious you don't. That's clear to see, because I feel like any man in their right mind would have taken consideration, okay, well, I'm not going to do this because this is her sister moment. As a man, I'm going to create a whole nother moment for this woman that I want to be with, like for the rest of my life. You follow what I'm saying? You ain't going to use that moment of her sisters to make a moment for her. You get what I'm saying? It matters if he did it because he didn't know when it would be the next time the sisters would get together, because they always fighting and they never get together. Oh well, if you really want to be with her and you love her that much and you really want her sisters to be there, baby, you better make it an occasion that tell her it's an emergency announcement, or pay for everybody to show up at an event or something. Oh well, baby, make it work if you want to be with this woman that bad. But making Tamar's birthday celebration a moment also for Trina, that was selfish. That was tired. I don't care what nobody say. That is an instant that I sided with Tamar in agreement when she was going out. She had every right. I was laughing at how she was looking when he was proposing. But baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. She had every right. The type of person that I am, do something like that to me if my birthday or something that's for me, baby, I'm not talking to you no more. I ain't got nothing for you. I won't even show up. I'm a Cancer. I won't even show up at anything that you have. I'm not gonna fight my sister. I'm gonna fight you. It'll be so hot, and I'm not forgiving. I wouldn't forgive no man for nothing like that, because the way I'm a Cancer, and we be analyzing stuff, and I be like, you said and thought about this. You knew this was my birthday, and you still went on with this. Like, I would be so all in. Baby, I'm telling you, you cannot do stuff like that to me. I'm telling you, I would not fool with you no more. So I get it. Like, I get it 1,000% when it comes to Tamar with that incident, because this just shows all of that what I was feeling about that man. Like, nope, you foul. Trina, get them papers ready, baby, because y'all not fist the last. Y'all not. And I know, just based off knowing you, Trina, I know you've already been talking to Towanda at least, and probably even Miss E about this. It ain't looking good with him. Y'all got to do better with choosing better men. This is a pattern. No good for you. He cheated on you. And I mean, while Tamar was talking about all y'all in the beginning of this, when y'all first started doing the shows, y'all that been watching for a while, y'all remember that scene where Tamar was like, I'm just telling y'all, you got a cheater, you got a man that won't be good to you, you got a lazy man, but this man right here, he is totally different. Well, baby, I am here to tell you, this is how many years later, and in the end, ain't none of y'all had no good men. None of y'all have had good men. Gabe cheated on Trina several times. Andre dog Towanda, they got divorced. So Trina got divorced. Towanda got divorced from Andre. Who else? And Trina got remarried to Gabe on the beach like a fool. Toni was deeply in love with Birdman, went all the way as far as to doing the wedding planning and getting proposed and all of that too. And the wedding never went through. Tamar was with Vince. They went through their spell, finally broke up. She got with the African man David. That didn't last. They broke up. Now she with the white boy JR. We see how that's been going. He done dogged her out with Tommy and wore her out. And she still ended up buying him that gift. So, baby, really, all y'all ain't got no really hope when it comes to marrying or finding a good man. Not Trina with Vaughn. They've been together for a couple of years. And, baby, we see just where that is going. Yeah, y'all just got to I don't know, it's looking like y'all all going to be like Miss E. All y'all going to be sitting single for the rest of y'all life, girl. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Every man ain't made to be married to. I mean, but I do see Towanda got proposed to by Sean, so maybe they gonna work it out. We'll see. I'm crossing my fingers for y'all, baby, because y'all might need to go see Dr. Phil or Young again. But that's it, y'all. I'll be back next week with episode 4. I love y'all. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me. I want y'all to drop down in the comments and let me know how y'all feel about this episode and this whole little situation that's been going on with the girls, with Vaughn and all of them. Make sure that y'all are liking and subscribing. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on. Love y'all. Peace.